Hey y'all. Hold on, let me make sure. Make sure my mic is right. Just gonna pop in. Give me 1 second, y'all. Just gonna pop in these headphones so I don't get that echo sound. Okay. Boom. Make sure my camera is good. Hey y'all. Hi guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I was hanging out with the kids this morning. I made a breakfast feast for them. Drinking my coffee. Let's talk about the email gold rush. Let's talk about it, y'all. So for those of you who are new to this group, if you're new to my Build to Billions group, if you're new to watching me, maybe you landed on here, somebody sent you this video and somehow or another you landed on here. Welcome and thank you. I am Letitia Campbell. If you guys notice, I am about to do my makeup real quick. And I was like, you know what? Today I don't have a lot of time because I have 3 meetings today. I have one meeting with a videographer company that I possibly want to hire them for their services for my retreat that I'm planning next year in New York City. And the next meeting is about, what's my next meeting? Oh, my next meeting is about my Amazon live show that I do every Wednesday. And then my last meeting is about my Sister to Sister Connection show that I do every Wednesday and Saturday. So this Mondays are really busy days for me because I also have a lot of emails to send, invoices to send, a lot of different things going on. And obviously throughout the day, I talk back and forth with my team from time to time. Ooh, things keeps opening. Oh, y'all just want to come out on the live, huh? So let's chat while I put on my face, y'all. Hope you don't mind. I figured, I want to spend some time with you guys. So I'd rather do it this way than not do it at all. Just to be honest and real. Oh, this coffee is so good. This coffee. So I'm waiting a couple of seconds for y'all to come on in. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to chop up about it. If you're watching this on a replay, please give me a hashtag replay in the comments. And let me just make sure. I'm just going to check my sound real quick to make sure my sound is good. Replay in the comments. And let me just make sure. I'm just going to check my sound. All right. Sound is good. So email gold rush. I was watching, I always have my ear to the ground when it comes to my industry because it's just so important for me to stay up to date on what's happening, what changes need to be made, what people are saying that are incorrect about email marketing. And there's a lot of people out there who are trying to get you out of leveraging email marketing. And I told y'all, I don't know if I shared this before, but I had this little bit of a awakening one day, and I was like, you know what? I could see why a lot of these big time businesses are trying to get you guys out of sending out emails to your list. Is because they don't want you to really know what their hack is or what their method is, because all of them are leveraging email marketing. Everyone is. If you notice, when the pandemic happened and the shutdown started to happen, we have gotten so much more emails than we have ever gotten in the history of email marketing. So it goes to show you there's a shift that's happening too. Let's talk about that real quick. There is a shift that's happening where, because businesses know, like the top businesses out there, businesses like myself, several of you guys know that social media is starting to go into a dark era. It really, really is. If y'all seeing what's happening in the world and the mixed information and the mixed opinions that's happening, where you don't know if you're getting real information, accurate information, truthful information, social media is now starting to, that dark era is approaching. And the reason why you guys should definitely, keep your ear to the ground, because history repeats itself. That's one thing you always can trust, is that when you see certain things happening throughout the world, because what's happening throughout the world will affect your business. Even though we feel like, oh, we're in the US and we're untouchable and all these things, what's happening throughout the world will affect your business. So social media is about to approach this dark era. It's going to be an era where you're going to see a lot of people who you're watching right now who have a business. You're going to notice that they're going to disappear. You're not going to see them on Facebook no more. You're not going to see them on Instagram anymore. You're not going to see them on LinkedIn. It's going to disappear. So, the dark era is going to be something that's going to force people out of business. Like, people are not going to have no choice. Hey, Trees, how are you doing, love? Yeah, people are not going to have no choice. So they won't be able to operate because there won't be any traffic coming in. There won't be any money coming in. That direct sale, direct to B2B and B2C, you're going to notice a big shift, right? So the one way to prepare yourself, prepare your business, to keep your business thriving, keep it above float, is to build that email list. I can't stress it enough. So Gold Rush. How many of y'all have seen that movie Gold Rush? Teresa, I know you're on here. Have you ever seen that movie Gold Rush? Have you ever seen that movie Gold Rush? It's not a movie. It's actually like a series. Have y'all, let me know in the comments, yes or no. You've ever heard of the show called Gold Rush? It used to be on Discovery Channel. I think they were in for 11 seasons so far. It's still going on now, but the last season was the 11th season. Oh yeah, so I love, y'all know I have secret obsessions when it comes to shows. Like, y'all know I love me some True Blood. I can never get enough of True Blood. I literally watch True Blood over and over again. When the last season happens, when I'm done with the last season, I go right back to season 1 of True Blood. I love the show True Blood. I also like The Office. I'm so addicted to The Office so much. And I got addicted to The Office because one of my coworkers at the job, that I worked at 4 years ago, she introduced me to The Office, and we used to be at lunch, literally in the conference room, Therese, watching The Office, sitting there eating our lunch and just cracking the hell up, because we were like, oh my God, we wish our boss was like Michael. Well, if our boss was like Michael, he would have gotten fired. But anyway, so I like The Office. Now y'all gonna be shocked at this next show that I like to watch. I like to watch also Big Love. I do. Not that I co-sign on that type of lifestyle at all, but I love the storyline in Big Love. It's just like every single episode, is something happening with the sister wives and with the compound, and there's always something going on in Big Love, right? So I like to watch that show a lot too. But one of my other favorite shows is Gold Rush, right? And I don't know what year I got addicted to that show, but I remember one day I was watching it. I was just skimming across TV. It was a long time ago. This was probably maybe about 6 years ago. And I saw this young boy, and he would be out there in the Klondike, and with the whole crew fishing for gold. And I was like, wow, this boy is young. I think at that time he was probably like 18, 17, 18. And now he's 23. And he's one of the cast members on Gold Rush. And he's one of the probably the youngest miners, youngest gold miners on the show. And plus, not only is he the youngest, he banks out, he's like a gold magnet. Like I think the last season he found over almost $10 million in gold, just, with his crew and everything. So I look at email marketing as that. It's like you're paving for gold. And now here's the thing, y'all. It's not about the gold. What happened for this cast member is that he was a good surveyor. I'm going somewhere here, y'all. Just follow me. He was a good surveyor. Okay. So before he drilled any piece of land, he would first survey it to see if the land that he was going to drill on, or that his whole crew is going to drill on, was good land. Because the thing is, if you know about gold mining is expensive. It's like you're paying for oil, you're paying for water license, you're paying for equipment, you're paying for the drills, you're paying for the machines that move the dirt around. You're paying for so much. And then when you get the dirt out of the ground and you're putting it in the machine, they call I forgot what they call it, I can't remember. Then you have another machine that takes the gold out of the soil and like makes it like, because there's like heavy gold and there's light gold. It's like so much. So it's expensive to run a operation where you're mining for gold. So that's why he used to literally walk around and survey different pieces of land before he actually drilled. Now I'm going somewhere, y'all. Here's where I'm going. A lot of people ask me, Coach, should I show up in multiple different places? And I use the Gold Rush strategy where I'm like, listen, show up in a place where there's a lot of pay dirt. Because if you're a gold miner, right, if you're mining for gold, right, you're going to look for the best areas in whatever piece of land that's rich in gold. They call that pay dirt. That's pay dirt. Like, we're going to get paid from this dirt. You know what I mean? Not to call like people dirt or anything like that. So you got to go where there's the most pay dirt. And what that means is you got to go where your audience is. You got to, and let me go a step further here. Because a lot of people say, well, yeah, I want to go where my audience is. And they think it's that's where it ends. You got to go where your buyers are. You got to go where your audience is searching for people like you. Okay? Because your audience can be on Facebook, but they're searching for people like you on Instagram. Your audience can be on Instagram, but they're searching for people like you on Facebook or YouTube. Okay? So yes, one place where they're hanging out and another place where they shop. Two different places. So I live at my house, right? But I shop for food at the supermarket. Are y'all getting this? Like, that's what you have to do. And you have to take that a step further. It's not to say you shouldn't show up where you need to show up, but you also got to make sure that you're showing up where people are making buying decisions off of. Okay. So it's good to sit down on one platform for a while, leverage the traffic on that platform to get on your list. And keep digging, just like they did in Gold Rush. In Gold Rush, they spent months. I'm talking about some of y'all do something for 30 days and you're like, oh my God, it's not working. I'm not going to do it anymore. When you are a gold miner, I think the season for gold mining, I think it's like 6 months. I think it's like 6 to 8 months, right? And every day matters. If they're literally mining 2 weeks late, that's millions of dollars that they're losing out on. So in Gold Rush, The last season, COVID started. So if you have watched the season 11 of Gold Rush, you're going to notice that all the miners, all the gold miners, all of them started the season super late because of COVID. And then on top of that, the flip side, the reason why they were like, you know what, even though, COVID's going on, we're still going to mine for gold, right? Because last year, gold was valued at over $1,500 an ounce. So if you had an ounce of gold, Therese, it's worth $1,500. I remember in season 1 of Gold Rush, the value of gold was $300 an ounce. Like, imagine this, Therese, going from $300 an ounce, right? And banking out the average person at that time, the miner at the time, would bank out at 100 ounces, right? Or more, give or take, depending on how large his operation is. To now, 2020, last year, gold was valued at $1,500 an ounce. And the prices of oil went down. So as I told you guys earlier, oil was really a large expense for gold mining because it was just so expensive. Because not only did they have to buy the oil, they had to import the oil to where they were at, right? And which is quite far. So you're talking about gas for the tank. You got to pay for the oil. You got to pay for a trucker to drive the oil to your plant. And mind you, they're mining for 6 months, so they were getting back and forth deliveries of oil. So you're talking about over $1 million a season just for oil alone. So oil was down last year, gold prices were up. So the miners was like, listen, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna it's called the Yukon. That's where the area was. The Yukon is rich in gold, right? Back in the early 1900s, before the machines came out and all that stuff, people used to die to go to the Yukon and mine for gold with just literally a bowl, and they would just literally dig the soil and just do this, put water in the bowl and go like this, and they will get gold, and they will sell it. So again, that's why they was out like, oh, what made them want to go out in COVID and mine? Hello, who wouldn't do it? For $1,400 an ounce? Come on now. So this young kid, and yes, there's other gold miners on the show, but this kid I really, really love to watch because he has such a dedication to this, the gold mining. So like I said, going back to your business, right? So you got to go where the pay dirt is. You got to go where the pay dirt. And now let's go back to the shift that's happening on social media. There's about to be a dark era on social media. Okay, we all know it. We're all seeing it. We're all seeing all these things that's going on in the world. It's affecting social media. And now more and more businesses are getting into sending emails. So I was looking at someone's interview today. And this man, he did show receipts. He's making over $900,000 a month, all from his email list. Okay. And I noticed something a couple of months ago with the ESPs, the email service providers like Constant Contact, Get Response, ConvertKit, all these email service providers. I use Constant Contact, y'all. If y'all interested in signing up, you get 30% off. Just let me know and I'll send you my link. You get 30% off your first 3 months, by the way, and you'll be added to my Build to Billions Academy for free. Okay, so all these ESPs, email service providers, they started to add more features. You noticed this, Therese, right? They started to add more features to their platforms. Yes. They're adding in social media management features. They're adding in web development. Okay. They're adding in, you can literally create an ad from your ESP. You wasn't able to do that in the past. I've had Constant Contact since 2016. And I've never seen, like, literally the stuff that they have now compared to what they had in 2016, 10 times more than what they had back in 2016. Because back in 2016, Constant Contact was just an email, a way to automate your emails. That's it. I mean, we didn't even have lead. We didn't even have. I don't even think we had the lead page, the lead generation page back then with Constant Contact. But ESPs are now evolving at such a fast rate because they know that now that the dark era is coming, they know that more and more businesses are going to be literally signing up for their services because they're not going to have any choice. It's either build an email list or die. Okay? Literally. Like in the past, back in 2018, I was at a conference and the gentleman on the stage was saying, "Oh, people are not really willing to give you their emails. Like it's like you ask for somebody if you're a business and you ask for somebody's email and they haven't built that know, like, and trust factor, it's like you are. It's the same thing as if you was at a bar and a guy just came up to you and asked you for your phone number. And now the conversation, the dialogue, the commentary, the narrative has changed. It has changed like literally overnight. It has changed because now people are way more willing to give you their email address. They're even way more willing to even give you their phone number. So if you're building a text list, which is another feature that Constant Contact has, where you can literally take someone's send out, make a text number, share with everybody, and people join your text list, join your email list that way. People are willing to even give you their phone number. Oh yeah. Let me give you my phone number because even though I have an email, I want you to send me text messages too. So the ESPs are now evolving. They're adding on more features. They're adding more and more features to your plans. They're adding more and more options, more things, more just brand new, new stuff, right, Therese? Because they know that businesses are either going to use email marketing or they're going to die. They're going to go bankrupt. They're going to go out of business, right? The email gold rush is here. It's here. It's not something that's coming soon. It's here right now. And I just can't stress enough how if y'all start out late and drag your feet and think some social media coach is going to help you stay afloat. They're going to say, "Oh, let's do reels, let's do stories, let's do tick." You know what I mean? If you think that is going to make your business be more known, you're not going to be in business. Period. Some of y'all are going into that shiny object effect too much to the point where your efforts are not producing an ROI. You got to see, the thing is, businesses now are now doing more things, right, Therese, that produces a ROI, not a trend. They're not having these marketing meetings asking themselves, "Oh, what's the best trend out there? Let's get on the trends." No, they're asking what this person's doing on our team, this system that we're doing, is it producing us an ROI? And is it producing us an ROI fast? Right? And to be quite honest, I don't like to do things in my business that has an expiration date. Somebody say wow. Somebody say wow in the comments right now. I don't like to do things in my business. About to drop a bomb. Sorry. They got an expiration date. I'm sorry. I don't keep up with trends. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not into those things. Okay. Sorry. Because trends have an expiration date. It does. When it gets popping, when it gets popular, there is an expiration date. I feel like trends are like pregnancy, right? Everybody does the trend. You announce, "Yeah, I'm having a baby. Ooh, exciting. Then the baby comes out, and trust me, I know how it feels to have a baby. I have 5 little kids up in there. And everybody's excited. You have the baby. Oh, okay, cute. Okay, the excitement's gone. Right? On to the next. Right? And that's where the world is right now. That's you cannot You cannot do things in your business that has an expiration date. And when you're this way, yes, people are going to call you outdated. They're going to call you, oh, you're not, you're not doing what everybody else is doing. No, you're doing what works. You're doing what's going to work long term. I wish somebody had this conversation with me over 10 years ago when I first started my business. I'm going to be honest, even though people tell me, they're like, Letitia, you started out building an email list early since 2016. No, I did not. I started out kind of late. You know what I mean? Because I should have been like building an email list. The reason why I say that, because I look at all the people that I could have had on my list had I done it earlier. Yeah, I started out quite late, So, girl, don't do anything in your business that has an expiration date. So, okay, you're looking at these top ESPs, you're looking at these top businesses out there that are, yes, spending a lot of ad dollars, but where is all those ad dollars going to? They're going to ads to send their traffic to their email list. Email marketing is the best way to retarget people to where you want them to go. It's like you're building attention, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Teresa, I missed your comment. Teresa said, I'm seeing more and more ads about emails list building. Yes. Yes, Teresa. So true. I'm starting to see more and more of those as well. I'm seeing so many of that ads about that. It's not because I teach email marketing, I'm in email marketing or anything like that, and I leverage it in my business every day. It's because people are starting to pick up to the fact that the dark era is coming, y'all. The dark era is coming. Just like when Facebook changed it up with the organic reach, right? If you had a business page and you was going live on your business page, or if you was posting on your business page, even if it was not a lot, you were getting so much engagement, so much likes. I remember when live streaming first came out on Facebook, I used to have so many people on my lives. Then when Facebook did that slap, the organic reach went down. Because Facebook doesn't make money off of you, sweetie. Facebook makes money off of the businesses that are spending from $5 to $1 million a month on ads. So they're like, listen, we're not going to sit up here. Number one, you're on rented land, for one. And let me tell you something. Don't be mad at Mark. I see a lot of people be mad at Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, I'm mad at him. He's wrong for that, and he's about to make the small time businesses go bankrupt. He's taking people out of business with all these new algorithm changes and the dark era coming and stuff like that. But let me say something. Mark got to eat. Mark got to build whatever he's building for whatever reason that he's building it for. So we got to play the Mark Zuckerberg game, or else that's it. Like, come on now. Some of y'all have made so much money on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, and you have not spent $1 on an ad. Let's keep it real. You have not spent $1. So he probably has a whole team, thousand, maybe 10,000 people with spreadsheets saying, oh, how much money has Therese spent on ads in the past 5 years? Okay, nothing. All right, so we're going to lower her reach. We're going to, when she posts, right, the only people that are going to see it is her family, because they know who your family is. Come on. Her friends, right? Nobody knew. Oh, Becky spends $3,000 a month on ads. Oh, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to feature her at the top of our watch list. We're going to, bump up her likes. Get her page, her platform in front of more people. And even if she's not even, paying that much money, the next month for ads, Mark Zuckerberg is literally surveying his platform, just like that little boy did that I told y'all about on Gold Rush. Told y'all earlier, he would walk around to different pieces of land, with his little tools and test the soil, see how much gold it had in it, see if it had any gold in it. And if it had a lot of gold in it, he would say, okay, guys, bring all the equipment here. Bring everything over here. Well, this is where we're going to dig. This right here is pay dirt. It's not fair if you are not thinking like a CEO. See, I understand. I don't think what Mark is going to be doing very soon, I don't think it's like wrong. Does that sound weird, guys? I don't think it's wrong. I think it's business. And we as entrepreneurs, we got to understand that we have to maximize our time and where we're promoting much better than what we're doing. Right? So I don't feel any kind of wrong way about it, because I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. Because most people, the small time businesses who are marketing on Facebook, YouTube, wherever, are not spending any money into the platform. You're not putting anything into it. So why should you expect to get the most out of it? If I'm spending $3,000 a month on ads and things like that, why should you, who are not spending anything, should get more benefits from the platform than me? I'm investing into it. You're not. So why should you be like your content be ranked higher than mine? Like, I'm just being real here. It shouldn't be. It's not fair, So yes, there's organic ways of leveraging your business, and one of those ways is through email marketing, right? What I'm talking about, guys, when I first, sorry y'all, I had to get this eyeliner right. When I first got into email marketing, I was like, listen, I don't know nothing about Facebook ads. I don't want to sit there and invest any money because I did not have a great knowledge of it. And on top of that, the people back then who were talking about Facebook ads didn't know shit about it either. Even some of the people today that talk about Facebook ads don't know a damn thing about Facebook ads, but they talk about it, right? And maybe they found a hack that worked, and then that hack dies out, and then they find a new hack, right? So that's why I got into email marketing. I was like, you know what? The ROI for me, instead of spending on ads, build an email list, and now I get people on my list, and bam, I sell to them, they buy. Right? And it could be the same way. The thing about email marketing, ladies, is that you stick to one system today, same system 10 years later, literally. Because email marketing is not about trends. Get people on your list, send them relevant content. If you do that for the rest of your business, it's going to work. It never changes. Social media is too much trends. It's too much trends. And yes, I have a social media management team. But trust and believe, when they talk about, hey, Letitia, you should do some videos so we can put your reels up. Okay, I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm not into the trends because let me tell you something. I've been on the internet since before MySpace. Some of y'all don't even know what platforms was out before MySpace, right? And I've seen a lot of trends come, and I see a lot of trends go, honey. I mean, gone. I don't do anything in my business that has an expiration date because I don't like to waste my time. My time is so precious. Your guys' time is so precious that I can't do things that are time wasters because it messes with my momentum. It's like you're driving, right? I remember one time I was driving from New York to New Jersey. And this was before we had GPS systems and stuff like that. Funny story, Sharice. Let me tell you about it. So I was working someplace where they had a corporate meeting or whatever. So they invited me and my team to go to an office location in New Jersey. And this is a part of New Jersey that I've never been to. I forgot the name of it, but I was like, child, listen. So we used to go on mapquest.com. I don't know if they're still around. And you would type in your from address and you would type in your destination. So type that in, printed out the directions. I started driving, right? I had like 3 other of my coworkers in the car with me. Child, we got so lost, child. We ended up at that meeting like 2 hours late. I was pissed off because I'm like, listen, why are we having a meeting in New Jersey when our corporate office is in New York? Yeah, babe. Oh, I got a package. Let me see.
This one says Ryan's name on.
Oh, that's it. Oh. All right, go. Hold on, y'all. That's interesting.
It's already open.
I know. Who opened it? Go. Anywho's, whose package is this? Ooh, I got a package. What's this from? Ooh, what's in it? What did I order? What did I order? I don't know if I should open this on the live. I'm not gonna open it on the live. I don't remember what I ordered. I'm not gonna open it. It may be something I can't show on the live. Anywho's, so I was so mad because I was like, why are they having our corporate offices in New York? Why they're having a meeting in New Jersey? So why am I talking about that story? Oh, so like I said, I don't like to waste my time. It's almost like you are trying to drive somewhere and you are 2 hours behind because you don't know where you're going. And that's another thing, guys. When you're doing all these trends, or is your consumers even looking at it? Do they care? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll be looking at some of you guys or some people doing all these things on their Instagram, on their Facebook, and I'm like, all right, that's cute. That's nice that you learned how to do that, or you paid somebody to do it for you. But is the people who are going to buy from you, or do they care? Do they care? Or when they see it, are they going to say, okay, I'm going to buy something from her? And you know what pisses me off too, Trees? Right? And I had a client that was doing this, where they would do a trend that had nothing to do with their business. No, that's the thing. Don't get so wrapped up in these trends that have nothing to do with their business. So you're doing weight loss. Let's say you offer weight loss products or coaching products or whatever. And you're doing some trendy dance out there and you're doing a reel on some trendy dance. That has nothing to do with your business. Nothing to do with your call to action, nothing to do with what you do. So it's like, why are you doing it? It's a waste of time. You're going in the wrong direction, girl. You're going down the wrong road. That is going to have an expiration date. And the reason why I say that is I was having a conversation with this young lady one time, and she has like almost 1 million followers on YouTube. So I was talking to her one time. I was like, well, how did you get all those followers? And what is your best piece of advice? And she was like, I don't get into these trends. She talked about how one time she had a video that she posted on her YouTube that went viral, right? And yes, she went viral. She had like 1 million views, over 1 million views on that video, and it went viral. But she said the thing is that video that went viral had nothing to do with her business. So the people that were subscribing to her channel in the beginning were not into what she does, right? They just subscribed because they saw that video. And then her second year, she had a huge dip in subscriptions, and there was a lot of people unsubscribing because they were like, wait a minute, we got caught on to you because of this trending video and what you did in that trending video that had nothing to do with her business. Now you're posting things on your channel that has nothing to do with the video that trended. So you could be giving mixed messages when you're up to these trends and all these new, there's a challenge out there or whatever. Like you could be confusing your audience. You may have traffic coming to you, but it could be the wrong traffic, and eventually, you get what I'm saying? That traffic will disappear because they're like, wait a minute, I didn't subscribe or sign up to get this content. I signed up because you was doing a twerk dance over here, or you was doing these video reels, and you was doing all these cute things and over here, and I thought that you're giving mixed messages. You're giving mixed messages. And you definitely don't want to do that, because again, it's taking you further away from your mission. That's why I move very slow with certain things, especially with marketing. I'm so slow when it comes to marketing. I'm talking about my level of action taking, because everything I do has to lead to my bottom line. It has to. This is why y'all don't see me go live a lot, on my public pages. Yes, there's sometimes where I would go live, multiple times a week, but I had to sit down one day and ask myself, where do I want to spend most of my time on? And that was spending more time with my clients. Because I don't want to be one of those coaches that are like, oh my God, I'm too busy for my clients. I'm too busy to answer their emails. I'm too busy to answer their Facebook messages. Because I've worked with coaches that were like that, where if you send them a message, oh no, don't send her a message. Wait for class to ask your question. Don't send her an email. You better wait for class. You better write it down on a Post-it note somewhere when class comes up. I mean, it was to the point where emailing your coach, your mentor that you paid, or sending her a message was like disrespectful. Right? It was deemed as like, oh girl, that's so disrespectful, girl. She already gives you her time once a week for an hour. Why would you? It's not. Now, one thing that I would say, and Teresa's on here, she could vouch. Hold on, my camera's out of focus. Let's wait. Okay. Is my response time. Like I had to tell my clients a couple of months ago, because some of them was getting a little bit out of order with the fact that if you do email the team, their response time is not always immediate. Yes, there's some days where we have time, we will respond to your email like literally within seconds, but there's some days where we have to go according to our communication policy, which is 48 to 72 hours. Okay, so if you send us a message, or even if you send me a personal message, there's, for the most time, I answer it right away. Bam. But normally the policy is the policy. 48 to 72 hours, you get a response. So again, it's better than how other coaches do, where, child, listen, you send them an inbox message, child, they're screenshotting your message and put it on social media. So, oh my God, I already give this person an hour of my time a week, or an hour of my time every other week. Oh my God, why are they messaging me? Asking me a question. I think, coaches these days, business women these days, they built this ego, this self-proclaimed ego. It's one way of being confident. Like, I'm an extremely confident woman. I am the number one email marketing strategist, hands down. There's no other. Okay, trust and believe. Okay, let little girl come out here and say something different, shut it down right away. But I don't have this ego, because the thing is, I understand how it feels to feel like you out in the woods with just a mask and a pocket knife. I understand that feeling of feeling like, listen, nobody speaks my language. I understand how that feels. And I feel for so many women because of that, of how when you're in the lab, and what I call the lab is like when you're in the development stage of your business, you could think of an idea and the idea don't make sense, but it works, right? Like when When I was thinking of the build to billions, I'm gonna share this with you guys because I shared this with Therese the other day, and I shared this with the other team the other day. No, last night. And I was like, oh my God, I was sitting here right at this desk, and I was like, I got to think of a different name. I got to change the name. You know what I mean? Because I do a master class once a week, once every other week now. And I was like, you know what? I got to change the name. You know, sometimes, guys, you can have a strategy that works, but you titled it wrong, or the title was not popping or sexy, you know? So I was thinking about changing the name of my masterclass, keeping the layout the same, maybe tweaking certain things with the presentation, you know, because now, you know, I want to go harder and, you know. So I was sitting here, I was like, okay, I got to think of another name. So then something popped in my head. God brought to my head, he said, billions. Like, all right, billions. I was like, billions. So I was thinking about, and sometimes when God gives us something, we want to talk back to him. And I am guilty of doing that. I do that all the time. I need to stop. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, billions, damn God, billions is such a huge amount of money. Billions is like, who can make $1 billion in a lifetime? It's like only like very small percentage and all this other stuff. So he was like, no, sweetie. In my mind, I'm thinking this messages are coming to me, and it's like, it's not about you making the billions. Like, you are the start. You're the torch of your children's children, like your descendants. If you was to add all that up, all the money that they're going to be making, all the lives they're going to change, that's going to be well over $1 billion. So I looked at it as like, oh wow, making $1 billion, that's nothing. That's easy. Because when you look at, okay, I have 5 children. I'm building a $1 million business. My children are going to build $1 million businesses. Their children are going to build $1 million businesses. Their children are going to build $1 million businesses. Add all that up, that's billions and billions of legacy empire money and impact. So I was like, all right, cool, God. Okay. I got out of my questioning God and questioning what he's saying to me. And I was like, all right, let me go and check to see if somebody took that name already. Build to billions, right? That's why I got stuck on. So I typed in, I'm like, oh shoot. This literally happened, y'all, this week, like Monday. Okay. Last Monday, today's Monday. And I was like, nobody has that domain. Mama's bought it, honey. I pulled that credit card out, purchased it, honey. Let me tell you. Bam. Because guys, building to billions of dollars is not about you. You're the vessel. You know, your children, your great grandchildren are going to have a picture of you up on their dining room table, on their wall, and they're going to say it all started with her. That's where it all started. They're going to be sharing stories about you that they've heard from their mom or their grandparents about you. Here's where it started. You are a billionaire maker. And that's why I thought of it. And I have to say, years ago, I prayed to God and I said, God, I want sight beyond sight, which is a hard thing to pray for, by the way. Okay. It's a hard thing. It's a scary thing to pray for. And I'm going to explain why. I prayed to God for sight beyond sight, right? Because I remember, my father, rest in peace. My father passed away back in 2001, 1 year before I met my husband. So I remember, my father drove me everywhere, honey. I was his princess daughter, okay? Okay. He drove me everywhere, okay? And so one day he was driving me, and he was saying, Tish, because that's what he used to call me. He used to call me Tish. And he used to say, when you're driving, don't just look at the car in front of you. Look at the car in front of the car in front of you, right? Because if he stops short, that means the car in front of you is going to stop short, and then you're going to hit into the car in front of you. So praying for sight, for sight beyond sight, is that I was praying to God and say, God, please don't just let me see what's in front of me. I want to see what is beyond the thing that is in front of me. So that's what that was. The Build to Billions is about you seeing beyond what's in front of you. You're seeing beyond the trends. You're seeing beyond the top hacks. And you're seeing like, wait, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to see beyond this. And that's what Mark does, Mark Zuckerberg. You know, when Clubhouse came around, everybody was running the Clubhouse. Now, I was not one of them. I was actually hugely against Clubhouse. I didn't see the point in it, being the fact that I was like, well, let me tell you something. I'm not into the bouncing around. And for me, Clubhouse was just another trend, right? I was thinking the same mentality of Mark and saying that, let me see beyond this. Let me see where this is going and what ended up happening. You can do the same thing on Clubhouse, on Facebook, if not more, okay? So there's people, and I know several of them, even most of them are influencers that have shut down their Clubhouse account. They're not using it no more because they're doing everything they did on Clubhouse on Facebook. They're doing it on Twitter as well. So Mark sat back and he didn't rush into it. He allowed Clubhouse to build up the hype for him, because once he did it, it was an immediate sale. Bam, people started to use it right away once they got that feature. Listen, y'all, everything you do has to make sense. And you just can't jump on something because you see everyone else jumping on it and you think that, okay, yeah, there's so many great people over there. Yeah, that may be the case. But is it going to last? Is there an expiration date? Is there an expiration date? If it is, don't waste your time, sis. Don't do you want to make that same, you want to do that same thing I did years ago, driving in my car, trying to get to a meeting, ended up being 2 hours late. Don't be too late. Just saying. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for checking me out. And for those of you who are watching this on the replay, maybe you're watching this on my YouTube channel, go to the description section. I need you to do two things. Number one is I need you to sign up for my masterclass. Okay, buildtobillions.com. Two, there's another link in the comments that's going to take you to sign up for Constant Contact. Now, here's the thing. When you use that link down in the description section, when you sign up for the Email Plus plan. Either plan you can sign as an email plan, as an Email Plus plan. Sign up for that, and you get 30% off. That link is the only link that's going to give you immediate 30% off. Not 30% off your first month, not just 30% off your second month. It's going to give you 30% off your first 3 months. Your first 3. Yes, boo-boo. So jump in. And once I see that you sign up, I will add you to my Build to Billions Academy. And inside that academy, I'll put trainings in there. I'll upload resources in there. I even go live every once in a while in there too, to do some awesome Q&A and so much more. So do that for me, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Bye, guys.